All right, let's get two more things set up, and then I can. All right, so Twitch is working properly. Is this one working? Doesn't look like it. All right. Test. Discord is not properly overlaid in. Very cool. I can hear you. Oh, you know what? I couldn't see YouTube chat because I wasn't in the right tab. I'm actually a Papega. Very, very sad. What up, Wander? How's it going though, man? Whatever. I'll just have a second chat. Just got off work? That's good. What are you working on a weekend for, man? That really sucks. I hate working overtime, so I always turn them down whenever they ask. I know I shouldn't. I should just take the money, but I'm always so busy with shit that usually I can't even do it even if I wanted to. All right, what mission do we have today? Cause 5k damage over any number of battles. I think I can manage that one. You have to use. Have you used the T10E5? I'm a reservist for the Air Force, so I work the weekends for. Oh, that really. I mean, thanks for your service, but kind of sucks that it eats into your weekend sometimes. And I haven't played the E5, but I could get one pretty quick here. Probably this week, or not this week, but like this month. Once a month's not so bad then. It's a pretty important job too, so I'm at the T1. I started right now. So before I put my boost on, I'll quickly talk about the line, because I have played all the way up to the tier 8 before. So this one sucks, this one sucks, this one sucks, this one's... I haven't played this one because I played it when the M3 Lee was still it. This one was fun. I enjoyed it. I really liked this one. This one used to be really good, but now they nerfed it, and it's more in line with other tier 7 heavies. Before, this was almost like a pseudo tier 8. It was really good. This tank, now that they've buffed it, it's pretty good. Not super good, but just pretty good. This tank is weak because if you look at the top turret, you get this big cupola. I don't think this is the top turret, but even the top turret has it. This is a really weak cupola, but it gets really, really good heat pen. It gets 340 heat pen. So you can sort of just press 2 and win. This thing has the same sort of weak point where this, but they have boat-shaped hulls. So if you shoot directly center in this, it bounces. You have to shoot here on both sides. Otherwise, this is surprisingly bouncy. It used to be better. It's still pretty good. It's just not as crazy as some of the other ones. Like what one? This one's really OP right now. Or I wouldn't say OP, but it's really good. The Super Conch is super good. Kind of slow to reload or to reverse, but otherwise it's fine. What other things we got? This one's really good right now, and I think Cranvang's still pretty okay. No, this one's terrible. Don't that one. I'm the AMX-74 is a meta tank right now, right? No, technically no. So there's only one tank that's meta right now. The only tank that's actually meta is the Chief. And it's just because it does everything every other tank can do better. It's fast. It's got a pretty good gun. The turret is basically invincible with 350 rounded. Yeah. For pub matches, the AMX is one of the better tanks. It would be like an S tier tank. It's probably on about the same level as like, I don't even know, like pretty much like a 114. This is a really good tank destroyer, but I wouldn't say it's meta. Maybe for pubs, I would say it's meta, but beyond pubs, I wouldn't say it is. You can't use it in Clan Wars, really. The Clan Wars are a very small part of the game if you're just a casual player anyway, so I wouldn't really worry about it. By the way, would you like to... Yeah, I am planning on credit grinding this one I'm doing right now. Would you like to join? All right, perfect. Want to invite me or I invite you? I can try and invite you. Yeah, I do have you on. I can hear myself talking. Shut up. So annoying. Gross. My own voice. I don't know why I hate my own voice so much, but it is very painful. I am also in Discord if you want to hang out there. Tune 1. I was trying to get my overlay to properly work, but I guess it's not going to show up. Hello, Wanderer.
Howdy.
Doing all right.
Oh, no, I can hear myself. I don't like how I sound.
It's awful, isn't it? I don't understand how people can like make YouTube content or they actually have to listen to their own videos. Ew, gross. No, thank you.
I don't like it. I just muted the. I muted Twitch. I couldn't hear myself. I didn't like it.
If you mute Twitch, it loses the viewer. What you can do is you can right-click mute tab, and then the view counts the view. Which is a fun tip that I didn't know about until like last week, which was not good because I already talked. Okay.
There you go. I just turned it down a lot.
Oh, perfect.
I want better fire rate. That's what I want.
On that? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you got your loadouts.
I like this thing a lot. This is like my side scraping beast.
Ooh. I would disagree with how good that is for side scraping, but you know, that's just me.
I don't know. I do pretty good with it. I mean, I finally have my first mark on it, so I'm pretty happy and proud for myself that I did that.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty hard tank to actually get marks on, just because it's very easy to get punished with that long of a reload.
Yeah, that's why I have a bounty gun rammer on it. So instead of a 15 second, it's a 13 second, which isn't a whole lot better, but it does help out.
Oh, it's more than you'd think. I mean, it is like 7.5% or whatever it is, but
Oh, I know.
Really
And it definitely helps
feel
out.
like
That's why I
more.
choose it sometimes over the vert stats, because I feel like this tank doesn't need vert stats all the time. Like sometimes it very much so does need it, but on maps like this, I'll get into my position right now, and you'll see I'm just gonna sit there and I'll grind out the enemies. Oh, this will be fun.
FCM50T is a pretty underpowered tank right now, so you might still be fine, but I'll try working my way around.
He's running away, so I'm hoping for the best.
Roads to 3,301 WNA. Unlucky RNG. Mighty track protection.
Yeah, he's fired gold at me twice, and he's not been able to pen me yet. Oh, and that KV3 just shot me in the back, but he also didn't pen.
Just be careful as you can. I know you might want to just try and push him and getting close.
I don't know. I'm not doing so hot right now.
Yeah.
That KV3 is punishing me pretty hard.
That's why I said you might want to get in close, because being a little aggressive right now.
Yeah,
I'm
that
also
FC's
on
gonna come
reload.
shoot me in the back.
Not able to support you. You're sad. How are you liking that tank, though? I mean, you do have the first mark, so I can only assume that you do actually enjoy playing it to some extent.
I actually really like playing this tank, and including if you figure out like the perfect angles for side scraping, it's honestly a really fun tank. Yeah, I'm gonna get punished right now.
I am also getting punished.
If that FC wasn't there, that would have been a perfect spot, because I was punishing that KV3. I hit him twice for 500 damage, both shells.
Very nice, very nice.
And that's usually the spot I sit at. It's just there was no one there to be able to kind of protect me from those guys that were pushing around that corner.
Yep.
And I wasn't really able to back up because that KV3 was there and all the people inside the building. So I didn't want to push back and accidentally, you know, get blasted by one of them. Ooh, that Black Prince took a heavy hit of 474 right now. How do you like the Vipera? I just got it out of a box, and I had bought it for my wife because she plays this game every now and then with me. But my wife being my wife, she likes to just rush into battle, so she doesn't try to sit there and like use the armor well. I've seen a couple videos on it, but I just don't like how long the reload is sometimes. And then I feel like its accuracy is not the greatest for something that, like, you know, that is what it is.
It's more of
In
a
my
brawling tank destroyer for sure, but this is my first match I've played in it, so I'll have to let you know after I play a couple more.
No, definitely.
I played the Minotauro last night on stream, and it was pretty.
You have a Black Prince to your right, by the way.
Yeah,
He's gonna peek out right now.
I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about that AT-15 that is peppering me with gold.
Ooh, that's a
No
good
gun depression, very sad.
bounce.
The Black Prince is such a shitty tank. I feel almost bad doing that to him.
But it does get to the Super Conqueror, and I've heard great things about the Super Conqueror, and I've seen the Super Conqueror be really strong.
Yeah, I will agree. I can attest the Super Conch is super good. He really is a really solid tank. The issue is the Black Prince. Every other tank after that is really good. The Black
Okay.
Prince is just really, really annoying to play. You can get tracked and damaged in the front shooting the track.
Ooh, that Oni's pushing. That guy wants it.
empty. I think the thing I don't like the most about this so far is that it gets a really long intra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really is one of the downsides I feel about it. Because it's nice to have multiple shells, don't get me wrong, but to have a 6-second interclip reload really sucks.
It definitely doesn't feel as nice. I mean, the tier 10 is also awful. It's 8 seconds.
Ooh.
But you do get literally 530 alpha. You get like a
that's
2700 damage clip, which is pretty absurd.
No, definitely.
I mean, I'm not going to make a lot of money this game because I fired a lot of gold, but...
I probably won't make all that much because I died.
You'll be making a decent amount, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's true. Including if I turned on boosters, because I don't have any boosters on right now. For right now,
If you
I
hit
basically
B,
just have like the...
you can turn on boosters in-game.
Right. I have 600 credit boosters, why not?
What do you have 600 credit boost? Is it
So-
just like an old account that had
Yeah,
them?
so
Yeah.
funniest thing, ready? You ready to hear how my account was created? I was bored in school one day and I made it on a school computer.
Ah, when
So
I was like,
I made the account and it was awesome.
fucked up. You got me with HE too. Can't even guarantee that was a pen. That's how bad the HE is on that thing. He still was able to get it. Whatever. This. Wish I didn't have to leave Discord open, but I kind of need it open so that I can actually tell if I'm muted. Because I set up a keybind so that I could actually be like, hey, thanks for following me. But yeah, it's a little unnatural for me right now, at least.
I gotcha. I didn't do too bad. I mean, I did 1,400 damage. I was, what, 5th on the team for damage? That's not horrible. And I was 6th on the team for experience. So overall, not the worst game for me, but still could have been a lot better.
I did okay. I made 180,000.
Like, I wish you would have been on like 2 or 3 games ago. Or no, it was 1 game ago. It was 1 game ago. I played in the Object 703, and I did phenomenal in that game. Let me go back to it. 247,000 credits without a credit booster, 9,000 experience, and I did 4,000 damage and 2,300 blocked.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad game, and that was like my 2nd or 3rd game in this tank. And this time, and that game, I didn't have any field or any equipment on it other than vents, and now I have vents, a gun lane drive, and then a bounty rotation mechanism because this gun traverse and hull traverse is kind of bad on this tank.
You got a upgraded one, right? Not just the basic one.
No, I just have the basic one right now.
Oh.
It's 2 million, or no, how much is it? It's 3
3
million
million.
credits to upgrade it, and I have 4.89 currently.
Yeah, it's very expensive. I have a couple pieces that are upgraded, and I stopped upgrading them. They're just they burn through all your money. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I've noticed. But they're really cool tanks, or really cool things of equipment.
Yeah, they really help bridge the gap between people who are a little bit more casual and the really hardcore players that can actually get bonded equipment.
Right.
I mean, if you're like in the top clans, you can get 100,000 bonds or more. You'll have 20 pieces of bond equipment basically every year.
Right.
I think I'm gonna go hill. I'm worried about the Emil, but you know, I think it'll be.
I'm probably gonna go right side towards the coast, just because I'm more of a close quarters tank, and if I can get in there, I'll be solid.
Well, this thing is.
I am gonna
as
bring
well,
my
but-
loadout for. I'm bringing my loadout with extra heat just in case.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about this. There's a lot of heavies, and I didn't really pack that much APCR. The APCR isn't even that great.
Right. Trying to think on this thing. I mean, my heat pen is 270, so it's not the greatest, but it's definitely not the worst.
Yeah.
Out of everything else I could have had.
Mine is 264, but it's APCR, which is it's not fantastic. I mean, APCR for me. I used to be a very big heat hater. I didn't like it. I always felt that it handled really garbage. But nowadays, I don't like APCR. I would rather have premium AP. But they don't make premium AP usually.
Actually, I have like 1 or 2 tanks that do premium AP. I can't remember what they are right now, but I have 1 or 2 tanks that have premium AP.
I know the AMX has it. I know the T100 LT has it. I believe the T103 has it as well. Some of the lower tier British tanks, I think, also have it. I can't remember, but premium AP is better. It has better normalization, and if it's fast AP, it's basically just APCR at that point. Better normalization. Like, there's really not a downside to it.
Wow, they really did not go coast. I just spotted a KV5 above me. There we go. And then AMX 65T. Okay, we're gonna see.
Yeah, this is not a great. I mean, there's a lot of enemies. They've already ped me twice. This thing does not have as much gun depression. That was a shitty shot.
Walking missions. Not good.
Got a 54 down.
Nice. The Object 77 just blew up this the 65T. So we're basically gonna be right up behind them here in a second.
Yep. I gotta just hope that we last long enough that I don't die before then.
I know. I apologize. My tank is not very fast. Oh well. Then again, my driver is
I'm
dead.
dead.
That'll probably
I'm
help
already
if I
dead.
fix that.
The CC was able to overmatch the roof of it. I only got 1 shot off. Very sad. That was my concern with going there, is that they had plenty of stuff where the guns were big enough to just overmatch the roof. But I wanted to try and use the gun depression, because if I was fighting like a 54 the brass and shit, I would have been able to eat.
Yeah. The Boraski is really nice, and I wanted to get it, but I didn't buy it, and I kind of regret it, because I think the Boraski is a really cool tank, and it's very unique, in my opinion. To be able to have something that's able to just throw out those 2 shells and has really good camo like that is really nice, in my opinion.
I dislike playing it. I know it's a good tank. The gun is frustrating for me. I don't like it. It has, I don't know, I would assume you haven't played it, but the gun
I haven't
is,
had the opportunity.
what's the biggest caliber gun you've had? Outside Artie.
Probably my mouse. Probably the mouse is like the biggest I've had.
Okay, you know your VK7501K?
Yeah.
You know the gun handling on that? That's the
I don't
Braskus
know
gun
it.
handling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or worse. Super, super, super derpy.
I need them to hit that guy.
You need to not get shot
I
by
kind of
a
hit him
laser.
hard. I hit that guy really hard, and I don't think he's gonna appreciate it here.
Yeah, he's looking for you, but the 64. I don't pull back. Stay behind that rock. Okay, now you can pull back. Shoot him in the back. Go. Yeah, stay behind the rock. Good.
My driver died again.
I know. A tank, that's one of the unfortunate parts about it. It is a good looking tank. It's a little, what's the word for it? Outgunned. It's hard to believe that because it wasn't like that. When it first came out, it was probably the best premium heavy in the game. It was really, really good. But then they released tanks like the Skoda and now the BZ, and it's just like, this tank, which had a good combination of speed, armor, and gun, is just like, only okay nowadays. It's kind of unfortunate.
Right.
You should be able to hit that. No, my bad.
No, I've been trying to hit him, but I don't have a shot. He's behind the rock.
Yeah.
But there's a Panther that's just chilling there, and he's been smacking me. But I'm not able to push because I'm at no hit points. I need this object to do it for me.
Panther spotted. You've been really lucky with those double shots. It's almost never worth it to go with those. But
no, trust me, I completely know, but it's just too satisfying not to attempt it. And when it does land, like you gotta admit,
so it's not like you're throwing the game or anything by doing it.
Right. And like you gotta admit, by doing it, it's like really good to know. Like, okay, cool. I just hit that guy for 705. Whereas if I would have waited and tried to do one shell and then another, I would have had to wait for the 5-second inner clip and then been able to hit him for the other one.
I thought it was a 3-second interclip, but I'm probably wrong about that. I haven't played it in a while. Okay.
That's a CC2.
Yeah. So the CC2 actually might be better than the 210, just because the weak points are smaller.
Right.
It's really annoying. I hate fighting.
Ooh, that UDES just got hit hard.
Yeah, it hits for 490. Believe it or not, this is a more of a fair fight than you want to think it is, because the CC does have a turret, but the UDES, it's not fully rotating, so the UDES actually isn't that bad.
Ooh, that wasn't too bad for me. 4,000 damage, 1,000 blocked, 878 assisted.
I got 360 damage. Yeah, it didn't end very well. I got overmatched really hard.
I was gonna say, you had a lot more people on your side as well, whereas me, I was able to kind of just rampart through that area. And look at that, 265,000 credits.
I still made like 37.
Oh, that T95, I hit his fuel tank and his ammo rack, and neither of them blew up. I'm upset.
If you had double hit his fuel tank, you almost certainly would have set him on fire. But it is a little unfortunate that you weren't able to.
Know which one would have done it, because I hit his ammo rack, fuel tank, and I did hit him with a double shot at one point.
It was probably the double shot, and he hit too far forward on one of them and hit the ammo rack.
Okay. And then, okay, you were saying that my VK probably has the biggest gun?
Probably. It's a 128 as well. But it has terrible gun handling. The mouse actually has okay gun handling because...
Right.
Like, let me pull up my Barask right now. My Barask dispersion is 0.37, but I guarantee you it feels worse. It has really, really bad dispersion. Put this into perspective, the Vipera has 0.37 dispersion. So that's the gun on the Barask. Yeah, it is able to do 720 in like seconds, or really good for that. But the gun is fighting you the whole time to do it.
Right. That's out of everything I've heard about the tank, is that that's its main thing, is that the gun really wants you to work for that damage if you want it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, let's put it this way. It's not a terrible tactic to shoot it when it is not fully aimed, simply because you can run away and reload. And that's usually better than waiting and trying to aim in. It takes so long to aim in. Right. And it's not...
I don't know where to go.
The soft stats are really good, so you actually can aim and hit things without aiming in all the way, but... Yeah, it's a weird tank to play, and it's very high skill ceiling.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't know where to go.
I'm gonna go Valley, because I'm a damage whore and I want damage. don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna do it.
We are against tier 9 tanks. Most of them are heavy tanks, and then there's the CC Mark II again.
Yeah, it's not played by the same guy, so I'm not super great about it. The other dude was actually a pretty good player. This guy is, I mean, going to city, so that's a good start. But also he's pretty average, not super crazy good. He's not super bad either, so it's still kind of scary. It's not like you have to be a super unique just to actually make that thing work.
Right.
This thing's so slow.
You're
Oh.
telling me. Ooh.
He's got APCR loaded. He's playing it right. Son of a bitch.
I can't hit that commander's post. I was gonna try it, but I can't hit it.
I wouldn't try it. They're so sketchy. Careful, careful. Don't push too far forward. You'll get hit by this guy. There's probably an ICU right there.
I blocked that damage, but I hit him and I didn't do nothing back.
The Conqueror is already angry at me. I can tell because he's fired 3 times and bounced 3. Going behind you.
Yeah, you're good, you're good. I ricocheted again on that on the M6.
Let's play it slow. Play careful. It went too far. That chat spotted?
Ooh, that guy got ammo racked.
Yes, he did. It's gun.
Yep, that Conqueror just smacked me with APCR. That was a very
Yeah, he's
fun
been
experience.
firing nothing but APCR the whole time. That's how you play a Conqueror if you want to do well in it. There's no reason why you shouldn't be playing pure DP or APCR in it. It's what it's best at. Same with the tier 10.
Ooh, I just ricocheted that one. That was a nice one to ricochet.
Shots.
Nice shot.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
There's a patent coming along your right side. Just gotta be
can't do
aware.
nothing on
I know, you
that.
just gotta be aware.
Oh, yep. No, that Conqueror came up to kill me because I was tracked. He has 2 marks of excellence on that thing. He's going.
He's a unicum. 0,000 games played, so he's only remaking the account probably, re-rolling it.
Oh, okay. I like how that Scorpion's like, nope, let me just back up off of this.
And the WN8 goes.
That was a good kill. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check on my dog. She's barking up a storm.
All right.
Roads to 3,301 WN8. Beautiful shot. Couldn't do it better myself. Ducky strikes again.
Alright, I'm back. She had to go to the bathroom. That was the issue here.
Welcome back. It is nice when they actually let you know instead of just pissing on shit. But CC is not all the way upgraded. He's using a 400 alpha gun. Probably like a 120.
Ooh, G-Sor.
Rip.
Ooh, behind you, there's that Patton. Nice shot.
Shots.
And the Patton's done for, so you're good to go.
Not as much as you think.
Right. No, I know.
This
I
is-
know.
This is really. I'm so low on health, man. This thing is surprisingly fragile considering it was actually like well armored. It just know how to deal with it.
That tortoise is just taking the beating.
Tortoises are
He's
really
going.
actually pretty good. Thanks. You gotta be careful. He's gonna hit my lord. Son of a bitch! I knew it.
Run, run, for you're far away.
Playing like an idiot. I could have got like another 1,000 damage there if I wasn't being so son of a. I don't want to. I didn't want to mention it, but last night when I was playing, I had a really bad string of games where I was just not doing very well and not making good plays, and I was already.
We all have those.
I was worried that I was going to continue it as soon as I started playing, and it seems like I am. I've had two kind of shitty games in a row.
I mean, look at that. We just won that one.
Yeah, we won the last one too.
Exactly. That's how I always look at it. It's like if I won, it means I did enough.
That
Could I do more? Always, but you know, at least I know I did enough to be able to assist.
I want to do more. I want to make all the money. Give me a second. I need to boost my field mod.
You're good. Let's
I
go.
need-
The SU 130 PM has a 0.3 dispersion rate.
Yep, it is a very, very sneaky. Or
I
not,
don't know.
not
I
sneaky
like
and
it.
also powerful. It's pretty good.
It hits really hard and it's really nice for 500 alpha. It's awesome, but it's just sometimes I feel like it's not sneaky enough. Like I feel like my concealment stationary is 44.24, and I feel like that's good. But then I still get spotted from across the map, and I'm just like, dang, really?
42. It's not that high, believe it or not.
44, but I mean, still, I
Yeah.
wouldn't doubt it.
The highest in the game is 72.
And what is that on the STRV 103?
Nope. IKV 72. A tier 3
Oh.
tank. Yeah, I don't know if I still do, but I had at one point made one of them, like a pure max scout build, IKV, just to fuck
Oh,
around in tier
God.
3, just to see if it was worth it, and it's not. Otherwise, I think in the ELC even 90 you can get like 68 or 70% or something.
Yeah,
Good enough.
there's quite a few tank destroyers. And I think I should be able to pen the Vipera too, because I have what? What is my...
130 I think you have.
I'm not sure.
They have 2 Viperas, 2 Scorpions. This is tier 8 match, so we should be doing okay.
Yeah. Oh, you probably already know, but do you know where the weak points on the Iron Arnie are?
The cupola in the lower plate.
I was gonna say it's mostly the lower plates, but on the sides of the lower plate.
Yeah, it's a normal
Because it's
American
almost...
one.
Yeah, because it's almost like the Super Pershing, but the Super Pershing has a weak point where that gun pokes out from that upper
Yeah.
plate. And you can go through that upper plate because of that.
The sad part is that the Super Pershing actually used to be really good.
I know.
It's
I always
still
remember
fun.
it being super awesome.
Yeah, it's still fun, and it's an okay tank, but I wouldn't say it's like super good anymore, which is unfortunate, but how it is with it.
Beautiful shot. Couldn't do it better myself.
I kind of feel like pushing up behind this Vipera, because then I can just assist him in smacking people, but I have to be careful, because I really am just a glass cannon.
I don't like that their Vipera got in a good spot. It'd be annoying to fight against.
I just hit the Scorpion G for 530.
Triplex destroyed it. We can hardly see anything.
We have a Bulldog going in.
Their BZ got what I wanted. Was a shot into the Tiger 2.
Dude, that thing is overpowered, in my opinion. I feel like every time I've gone against it, like no matter what tank I play, I've just been penned left and right by it.
No, the BZ straight up is overpowered. Or maybe not overpowered, but broken. It's too good for what it is.
Right. Because like those Hesh rounds are just, they're not okay.
Yeah, they should have never made it, if I'm being honest.
No, I completely agree. Because it's like, if they brought the Hesh rounds to be like that, like, don't get me wrong, like, cool, great. But make the other high explosive rounds how they used to be at that point. Like, because that's ridiculous to be like that and just sit there and be able to just obliterate people. Oh, of course I got spotted. Dude, my 6th sense didn't even pop.
It takes 3 seconds.
It still hasn't popped. I'm still waiting for it to pop, and it hasn't popped.
Success.
It could also be that you were spotted the entire time, and you haven't went unspotted since last time you got spotted.
I don't know. I need to start streaming again, because then, like, I can, like, watch back and be like, nope, I was never even spotted. Because that always, like, confuses me. Like, I don't know. I always sit there, and I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'm not spotted. I'm doing well. I'll take a shot at someone. Cool. I hit them. And then I never see the fact that I get spotted. There's the 1:30 p.m. Do I load a high explosive round? No, I'm gonna stay with AP. AP will be better here. I feel like this Vipera on our flank needs to get over there a little bit, because he's sitting back here with the rest of the snipers, and I know he doesn't have the accuracy for it.
Yeah, their Viper is in a really good spot, and it's trying to bug me. Not a lot I can do with him there. Hit me, hammeract me, bastard.
There goes the 130. It just got lit on fire, but it had a automatic fire extinguisher.
Beautiful. Run.
I want to know where you hit me.
Oh, don't you have that mod that allows you to see where you get shot though?
I don't know if it works anymore.
Ah, okay.
I'm gonna check right now. I actually just dropped back into the garage.
You're good, you're good.
No, it's not updated. Otherwise, it would have automatically installed the last time Frustrating.
That Vipera is gonna try to chance it.
What did I do in the meet? Oh, I got my terminal. That's what I can do. Finish my mission for the...
Nice. That Iron Arnie just hit me kind of hard. I didn't like that.
Wow, more credits. Wanted. I really wish they would just make it so that the 283 was easier to get, because I mean, I don't even really want it, but
I was gonna say, I don't know, man. I've gotten it maybe 6 or 7 times already, and I don't plan on using it just because, even though it looks cool and I like the idea of it being a side scraper, I just don't feel comfortable enough using it because I don't know enough about it yet.
I'll say right now, it is definitely not a side scraper.
Oh,
It's
that
just
hurt.
rear mounted.
I just died. There was a Scorpion and a Jag Panther in the back hiding.
What is the survivability? 80 on the side hull. Yeah, that's not. It's more like a object. Oh, what is it, like 430? What's the one? Second. It is a 416. There we go. It's more like that, where it's like a camper bushwanker tank. At least from the stats. It's not even great for that either, but I don't really understand the point of it. Really need to start up in my game though, because I'm really not doing that right. Although I have made 500k, so terrible.
Let's say I'm at 572 currently.
Or no, I've made 298. But I've only played 3.
Let's say I'm at 4, and I had that first battle that was really good on that 703.
Yeah.
See, what I need is I need my crew to get trained up more, because right now only my commander has a bunch of skills right now, and he has the Brothers in Arms as a 0 perk, situational awareness, what is it? Situational awareness, recon, and he's currently working on repairs.
For me, when I made this crew last night, I just dumped all my crew books on it. So they're a 6-skill crew.
Damn.
Yeah, I had 60 crew books saved up.
Jesus. Jeez, yeah, no, I didn't have
Not
that.
not
I
the
don't have that kind of
250 thousand XP ones. I had 2 of those. I had 21 100,000 ones and 28. So I guess I had 61. 28 of the 20,000 ones. So I had a lot of crew bucks, but what the fuck else am I supposed to spend them on? They're all for Italy.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Don't get me wrong, I was picking them for Italy, but at the same time, my intention for picking them for Italy was for the TD line because I have the other 2 and I mean, the mediums are okay, especially the Progetto 46. That one's pretty good.
You were telling me that the Rhinoceronte wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, the Rhino is terrible. It's got like a 15-second reload at tier 10 for 490 alpha.
Yeah, that doesn't sound the greatest.
It technically has a magazine, but I believe the full clip time for it is. Are you out of battle, by the way?
Yeah, I am. I'm
Oh,
back
my
in
bad. You should have mentioned something. I would have. We could have
No,
played
you're good,
something else. The full.
I don't mind because it helps me learn more shit that I didn't know before.
The full clip of it is what's it called? Like 57 seconds. I think it's
For the
really
full
slow.
magazine reload?
Yeah, it's really slow.
Let's see. On the Rhinoceronte, the full thing is 17 for the first, 14 for the second, and then 13 for the third.
Oh, my bad. It's really, but that's slow. On mine, it is 17, 15, 13.9, 14 seconds, 46.7 for the.
And for me, that's all like for me, every tier 10 that I'm going for, I have in configuration, and I just kind of see what I can mess with and see if I'm gonna like it. Like in my configuration, I have the FV405 because I just want the Death Star because it's just funny. I want the STB1 because I like the idea of having the hydraulic pneumatic suspension because I have the Kunstpanzer and I really like that tank a lot, so I wanted to get the STB1.
Not the same as that one. The
I know, I've heard,
Kunstpanzer
but
you
it
have.
still is really cool.
The Kunstpanzer has the you press the button to switch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the STB just always has it.
It's like the UDES, right? It's
Yeah,
like
where you
it
just
automatically
drive
does
and
when
then
you
it
have to skip
automatically,
speed.
yeah. All right, let's play something while we wait.
All right.
Oh. Try and keep it credit grinder friendly, so.
Yeah.
I actually heard they're bringing the ship pack for gold next week. If that's the case, the ship pack, the what's it called? The what do they call it? Check. Tank destroyer.
Oh, the Shrek TVP.
Yeah, SH.
The shit tank. I get it now.
Shit pack,
I understand.
I
Yeah, it's the Shrek TVP.
yeah, that one.
That's,
They're bringing that one back.
that's cool. I like that thing a lot. It has pretty okay pen, and its rate of fire is outrageous.
Yeah. I'm hoping to pick it up because it should be really good.
Yeah, I mean, every time I've gone up against it, I always just get angry because I fire high explosives at it, and I just feel like it's never doing anything. And then I fire AP, and I'm like, okay, cool, that's doing something. But at the same time that I fired one AP shell at him, he's fired maybe 6 or 7 of his shells at me. I'm just like, okay, was that really a fair trade?
Not usually, yeah. I don't even know what I want to play.
I have a Basante, and I don't know if I want to keep playing it. I like the tank, it's cool, but it's not the greatest tank.
Yeah, I would agree. It's the way I have it loaded right now is equipment 2.0 standard, or equipment 1.0 standard. I just don't like it. Just doesn't feel that nice to play. The gun handles really derpy. I hate guns that handle like this. Like that's again, it's like the Barask where it just the gun doesn't feel very accurate, I guess. I don't know.
No, I know exactly what you mean, trust me. Like, I used this thing for a while, and for a while I did really good with it, but after a while of using other tanks that have a lot better accuracy and a lot better stuff on it, I just feel like it's not as great.
Yeah.
And like on this tank, what I run is vents, an aiming device, and then a gun lane drive because, well, I feel like the circle is always super big, and I feel like it takes a long time to aim down sights. Is there something a lot better? I should definitely switch it out for like a turbo, yeah, but
I'll tell you
right
this,
now, I mean,
it is never worth running GLD. Ever.
It's never running what?
The only gun lane drive, you should never ever run it unless you're playing Artie. It's only worth it on Artie. Every other tank doesn't benefit from it that much. Because it's usually, I'm going to say usually, but it's pretty much always. It's always better to just have a smaller circle to begin with. So it's always better to have vert stabs. Then it doesn't have to aim it as much, which means it doesn't take as long. And that difference is always more. The time difference is always more with gun lane drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to know. I'll change out some stuff and I'll see how I feel about it again. Because again, I used to play this tank a lot, and I know how it's supposed to be played. You're supposed to just play it as a hold down heavy tank. That way you can just only use your spaced armor on the top. But at the same time, I feel like every map I get on, I can never find a good spot to actually sit at where I can hide all that lower plate.
That sucks. Yeah, I know what you mean. And then also the just doesn't pack that much of a punch. Wow. Really fucking this up. I'm literally getting penned by everything. Man, I am literally just getting penned by everything. That's really, really fun. Yeah, I'm just getting snapshotted too in the lower plate. It is insta-penning me. It's so wimpy. Careful, that defender's about to shoot you.
I was dead. That E25 came up behind me too.
I didn't even see him. But yeah, I just...
Oh, dude, he almost killed that E25 in one hit.
Fucking... That was a really badly played game on my... I
Really just don't like that thing.
yeah.
It could be such a better tank. I just don't know how to make it all the better I want it to be.
I am going to quickly look up what skill for you runs on it.
Okay. Because like right now I have all of them have brothers in arms. My commander has situational awareness and he's learning recon. My gunner has Deadeye and he's learning snapshot. My driver is doing off-road king, or he has off-road king and he has smooth driving and working on brothers in arms. And then my loader has intuition, brothers in arms, and he's working on repairs.
You know, Brothers in Arms only works if they all have it, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I started training him late.
But skill runs vents, vert stabs, and then the IAU, improved aiming unit.
Yeah.
And then for commander, he runs BIA, repairs, situational awareness, recon, and firefighting. I would probably run repairs after situational awareness and recon, just because your range is more important to me than making sure my tracks work.
Right.
Then for gunner, it's BIA, snapshot, Deadeye. Wow, he actually runs Deadeye, huh?
Hey, so is it cool if I join?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, just a sec. That's part of me. What tier are we playing?
You're playing tier 8 premiums. We're discussing how the Basante is tragically bad.
Like the
What a vice.
C45. Remember when that thing was good?
Yeah, I mean, it's still not bad. It's just I played a game in it just now, and I took
Crap.
a ton of hits in a row because there's
So-
literally nothing I could do about it.
So do you know the cycle that Wargaming does?
Yeah,
So
they released
essentially what
OP
they do-
premium, and then they
Give it mid matchmaking.
yeah, well, not
then-
really, because I'm pretty sure they don't fuck with the matchmaker. But they
no,
released an
no,
OP
so what-
premium, and then everybody complains about it for a while, and then they release a better tank that makes it look like a joke, and then everybody
So-
complains about that and forgets about the old one.
So what really happens is, so I heard this from Mighty Jingles because I was in a server and I was actually like I got into a chat with him. So essentially what happens, and he used to be a community contributor, right? So what happens is they release a tank and then Wargaming waits till that tank is at its peak, and then when people stop buying it, what they do is like when it's hitting its peak, they give it mid matchmaking, and then when it's at its peak and when they've made all their money, they start putting it in the tier 10 matchmaking where it belongs. That's essentially what happens.
I
You.
disagree with that heavily because at this point, Jingles is basically a conspiracy theory.
Pretty much, he's an old. I
Yeah.
don't lie to you on that. I agree with what you say that, but
Because
okay,
they would never tell him that, first off. Like,
yeah, for sure.
second off, people would have been able to crack it. Because they could have, there's people that, look at all the numbers and shit for that type of shit.
True. I mean, when I did buy my Lance and C at first, like I was only getting tier 8, tier 7 games. But
It could
I
be as
guess I just got really
simple.
lucky.
It could be,
Lucky.
it could be as simple as just lucky, and then also, what's it called? What time of the day you play it at? Like, if you only play it at like 4 in the afternoon, you're probably gonna get mostly tier 8 matches. The
'cause
later
a lot
into
of
the
people
night
play
you
at
play,
nighttime.
yeah, the later into the night you play, the more tier 10 matches you end up getting because
For sure.
there's just less people in the matchmaker.
A show. Do you need my in-game name or do you already have it?
Is it Meadle?
No,
Beetle?
Claptrap 05.
Oh, my bad.
Claptrap 2005. So CLAP, DRP, and then 2005.
Babin.
Yes, sir. Skills clan.
Tier 10 and tier 8 is just unlucky matchmaking. Exactly, Vice.
No, I know it's
I-
fucking luck.
If you could pay for it, the reason I don't think they would is because they would offer some kind of service where you could pay for better matchmaking.
If they
and-
did, people would be pissed though.
Exactly. Like there's enough people, and there's enough people like Klaus, where or Klaus or whatever, where they're convinced Wargaming picks and chooses what accounts do good and what accounts do bad. But all those people are just crazy, basically. Why do they care that much
Yeah.
about some random fucking YouTuber?
For sure. Well,
Yeah.
some people just have nothing better to do. Pretty wild. But what you're saying is 100% true.
I wouldn't say it's 100% true, but it's probably,
More toward the truth.
yeah. Occam's razor, the one that has the fewest assumptions, is probably the best. And to assume that
Occam's
they're
razor,
just,
that's literally a theory.
yeah. But it's a sound theory. It usually works.
Because Occam's theory was whatever's in plain sight tends to be the like issue, I guess you can say, or who did it per se. So if somebody killed somebody in the family and like it was your father, but you don't know that, like it tends to be that would be like Occam's theory type thing, like the most things that are in plain sight, I guess.
Similar.
Or that's Occam's razor.
Occam's razor is the theory that makes the fewest assumption is usually right. And so the
Okay,
ones
yeah.
that make the fewest jumps of logic is,
Are usually right.
yeah. So in this case, it'd be wargaming isn't fucking with people things because you would have to assume wargaming is in order to rig it. And if they're doing that, then they have to change a bunch of other stuff to make it convincing so that people don't realize it's being rigged.
Yeah.
And at some point,
Well,
that's going to leak or get out or something. And somebody's going to say, oh, yeah, CCs get super good matchmaking and they get put up against worse players on average.
For sure.
Yeah, that shit
Either.
wouldn't fly.
Yeah, people go crazy.
Yeah.
It's like if Wargaming releases a tank, then nerfs it and makes people buy it, because I think that's actually illegal to make it worse. So that's why they kind of just release it pretty OP, and then they're guaranteed to make money, and then they throw in a couple crappers from there on.
They can change it. They've done it in the past with the super piercing. The super piercing actually has been changed a couple times. Same
But
with
it
the
was
turtle.
changed
It was actually,
positively, though.
in my opinion, it was changed positively, but they actually nerfed it technically. They reworked how the spaced armor worked on it. It made
On
it,
the Super Purging, right?
yeah. Another one though was the turtle. They nerfed the DPM after it was released, like day of
Yeah.
release, after people already started buying it, and yeah, it's not illegal for them because you don't technically own what you buy. You're renting it.
No.
That's why they can ban your accounts. It's like owning a license key.
Much like any other game, then.
Yep. You don't own anything on with Wargaming.
Oh, hell no. You can
But-
spend 3-4 bills, you don't own it. Nope.
Sorry about that. Did not mean to hit you.
Oh,
it's
bad.
Oh, I didn't realize you're talking to him. But yeah, this is sorry, I got distracted by light tank. I don't know what I was talking about anymore.
How the turtle was nerfed and the DPM was nerfed, but how, like, you rent tanks from the game, essentially. Like, how
Yeah.
I said it was illegal for them to do that, but you said you don't really own anything, so they can do it as they desire.
Well, it's also for game integrity issues. Because, like, if they let things just
Oh, better
be
kill this
OP,
fucking scorpion. Come on, kill him. Kill him. Thank you.
if they let anything just be OP, then it would eventually kill the game, which would kill their revenue. I mean, they
It'd be
still
no
let
fun
things.
anymore.
Yeah, well, they still let things be OP, but they
There's a T1 right there hiding behind the house.
do fix stuff if they end up needing to be fixed to some extent. Personally, I don't think they should have added in like the BZ, or I don't think
Or
the
the
Chieftain's
Defender.
good for the game. I don't think 279E
No.
was good for the game. To an extent, yeah. Like, they're not going to leave something in that's so brokenly OP that it'll make people actually stop playing forever. But they will.
Then
Yeah, but the Chieftain, believe it or not, isn't.
that's killable.
It's. If the Chieftain was 100% immortal and like faster and made actually a huge difference, they might consider nerfing it. Wheeled tanks are also, yeah, I would agree. Wheeled tanks are not. I would argue that Hardy doesn't really fit in anymore and should probably be removed at some point. In fact, the sooner the better, but
Well, with Artie, it's annoying, man, because all they do is just sit at the back of the map, and then, like, if you're having a really, really good game, and Artie hits you, it's done, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Not a thing.
Pretty much. There's also the pretty considerable portion of the player base that's convinced that Artie is solely going for them because they're a good player and they're going after their win 8.
Pretty much. And sometimes that is the truth, because there's some Artie that are on your team, they're like, okay, I'm focusing down this guy because he's the best.
That is true, but in my roughly 30,000 games played across a couple of my accounts, I've used XVM a lot. XVM used to have a feature where it told you how many players were using it. In a
There's
match,
2 Boras ahead of us. I'd be careful.
in a match, I would usually see maybe 2 or 3 other players using it, and usually they weren't RD players. They were really good players in like mediums and heavies. Like, don't get me wrong, it does happen, but the amount of times you see like streamers and other really good players complain about it is probably not
minimal.
Representative of how many times it actually happens.
Ah, god damn it. There's a G-Star hiding in like A3 area.
Yeah, that guy shot me twice. His 2 key is very good.
Well,
like
the
Call of Duty
G-Star
thing.
is a really good tank for firing
The right
heat
player.
or APCR in.
But you have to be a half competent player to play. Like, it's with all tanks. There's some of them where you can be brain dead and you can play it. Like the Defender in Tier 8. Like, you don't have to be too smart
Well,
to play
Defender
that
on release was like actually face roll, just hit every key and you would do fine in it. Nowadays, I wouldn't.
440 alpha.
Yeah.
Oh, that
That
sucks.
ELC is behind us. Crazy. The fucking BZ tracked him. Back when XM was a thing, I believe it made more players worse at the time.
Yeah.
Ooh, good shot.
I still use XVM, but I never really used it in the way that a lot of people ended up using it that made them really toxic.
Yeah.
XVM is it's a tool to like predict roughly how good a player is. But like stocks, past performance does not indicate current or even future performance. So
No, not a chance. It's
yeah.
a gamble.
You look at him and you're like, this is a really good player. He's probably going to play this way because that's how a good player would play.
Exactly.
And that's about as
See, the reason
that's about what I
sorry.
would do. No, it's fine.
See, the reason I mainly got rid of XVM, so I don't know if this might sound toxic or I don't know, but in my opinion, sometimes I'd just rather not know how good or bad my teammates are.
See, I would
you play-
like to know how good my teammates are.
Yeah, but if you're just playing for fun and you just don't really care, then it's like, okay, I don't care whether they're good or bad. But when you start getting teammates that are 40% at 60,000 battles with a 2,000 WN8, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, then again, I've also seen there's another streamer. I don't exactly remember his name, but he has like 150,000 matches played, and he's like 700 1-8.
Ooh.
And he's like super toxic all the time.
So he's just terrible.
Yeah, he's just, and those are the kind of people where it's like, man, it's really nice to have XVM because I can be like, hey man, this dude's a fucking moron.
Oh, I know. Just don't go near him.
Or it's like, this guy has less than 1,000 games played, and he's being like, yeah, we need to charge this point. It's like, that is a terrible
It's just
idea.
toxic sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're considered good at WoT, XVM wouldn't really dictate your playstyle, as in like motivation or whatnot. I would
So this is. Oh, sorry.
agree to some extent, because especially as you start to get really, really good at the game, they tend to be more specialized in one aspect. Like there's people who only really play light tank, only play medium or something like that.
Yep. Mediums, heavies, artillery. Yep.
Yep. And so it won't necessarily dictate the moves that they do make, but if they're a super good player, you can usually guess
Trust
what their
them.
next move is going to be, because they're not just going to YOLO you.
Pretty much.
Or like you can generally, like I can already tell that these two players, they're probably going to play right here. That would be my
Which ones? The purple ones?
AMBT and the Barask. They'll probably play like D5 or whatever.
Are the
corner.
Unicum or above average?
They're above average. Not crazy above average, but that's a pretty standard spot for a 2000-ish win 8 player to be. Back in the day, most players are bad. Yeah.
Everyone starts crap. Like the first few thousand games are crap.
No.
and then, like,
Back
over
in the
time-
day, back in like 2014,
Oh,
the
is it
average
bad?
player was worse than they are nowadays. The average player nowadays is actually a lot better.
Well,
XVM
back then, there was a
doesn't
lot more toxicity.
really. Yeah, the XVM
I
doesn't
don't have
really
the gun
check.
depression to hit that guy.
Sorry, I should have mentioned that. I only just spotted him though.
Probably gonna be my last game because Flox asked me if I wanted to play a bit earlier. I forgot completely about him asking, so I'm gonna put it for basket.
Yeah, no problem. All good.
Show.
I appreciate
Yeah,
hanging out.
No problem. Yeah, him and I've been playing all the time with James, the anti guy. I've known him for a long time, and then Flux. We both met him that one stream we were playing there. It's like, yep, anyone want to join?
This is not very good. I didn't realize we had no TEs behind us.
I don't even have any cross shots on you guys either, so there's not really a whole lot I can do.
I'm trying to just keep these two guys off of you.
Yeah, that's not working.
You guys want me to come help you guys?
It's
'Cause this
too late.
flank
We
is
already lose. We're losing this flank.
I made him miss his double barrel shot, so if you push him now, he's got a very long reload.
I can't. There's too many other people. T25 has just shot me. RT25.
You guys, if you guys can hold it for a bit longer, I'm gonna come back because our whole team is really up.
Right. I appreciate it.
Oh, I have your stream open too, so I can see everything. Mint. Okay.
It's fucking absolutely.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, maybe you don't go all the way up the hill.
It's over for me. Yep, there goes the APA max.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit in the bush and snipe them then, because it's probably the best I can do.
Yeah, that wasn't my finest performance. We've been playing pretty bad anyways, but
When there's three of you, there's not really a whole lot you can do.
it's such a standard place to go. I would have expected like some more people to show up.
Because this thing's turret armor is garbage to sniping tank, so I'd just get absolutely obliterated.
Yeah. Isn't that map spawn based? It is spawn based, but a lot of times mediums will
good
go north anyways. Especially when there's no heavies like that.
There's that Hellcat. Trying to fire HE at him.
He's right behind that building, trying to slowly peek out.
Maybe don't want to fire him again.
Oh, there he is.
Nice shot.
Nice
I actually
hit.
can't believe that killed him.
No, that was an HE shell.
Well, even still, I didn't think it had that much damage.
Oh, fuck.
Spotted by the
That's a-
T-44-100.
It's a 320 alpha gun, so it actually does quite decent.
Ooh, that was a lucky ricochet. I would say watch out. There's that 122 that's on the hill looking down at you. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, Amarak's gone. Didn't need that.
Do you not have a, I was gonna say, do you not have a repair kit for that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh fuck. But this thing, when it gets hit from the front, the engine goes and the Amarak goes, and it's very, very annoying.
Yeah. I don't really see us pulling back from this. This is, I mean, we're technically winning, but they have map superiority basically right now.
I don't know what I'm gonna do against this T-44-100. Oh my god, and my Amarak's gone again.
And yeah, Vice,
Nice.
this is a very unusual matchmaker. I haven't seen it anything like this before. Usually, oh man, I didn't, as you could. Usually, this doesn't
Thing is literally
exactly.
Amaraks too. That's the worst part. Alright, boys, I'm gonna go down to platoon 2.
All right,
Have a good one, boys. Have some good games.
yeah, you too,
Yeah,
man.
you too.
Ah, That's interesting. My keybind doesn't actually mute my mic for Discord if I'm in game. That's fun. I have to be on Discord for it to work. That's really cool. It's like tier 4 matchmaking. It definitely doesn't feel like tier 8 matchmaking. I'll say that.
Yeah, I have to apologize. That was definitely not my greatest moment there. I should have done a little bit better.
No, I'm still trying to get used to this tank. It is less flexible than I thought it was going to be, considering it has a pseudo turret on it. Like, I'm just not playing it very smartly. Not only not playing it not intelligently, just doing really dumb things in it. Another thing, it has worse gun depression than I had assumed, which kind of compounds the fact that it has kind of a weak hull. I don't know. It's not as good on a ridge as I had assumed it would be. But whatever, I'm done making excuses for it. I'll just start eating my, I don't even know. Whatever. My brain's all mushy.
If anything, I'll just follow up behind you and I'll try to help you out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go hill.
All right, yeah, following behind you.
We should be fine. I'm just firing AP on this one, I think. I don't
Oh,
think
yeah, I have no
heat.
build mods or anything for this tank, so we're going in.
Well, I meant I could be loading my 270 pen heat, but I don't think I need it against an Alpine Tiger, a BZ.
Hey, we won. We won the hill, or we
Yeah.
won the other one.
I know it's. I'm a little surprised, but I don't know. I guess we just had the numbers advantage, and that made enough of a difference.
I feel like it was probably numbers advantage, and the fact that you and me, even though we weren't able to hold the hill up there, we were able to chip off hit points off of all those people a little bit at a time, so it made it easier that they were all super weak comparably to us.
I will say I didn't perform well enough to feel like I chipped off enough hit points. I only did like 1,000 damage, which for me is like,
I mean,
1,500 to 2,000 less than I'm really aiming for at tier 8.
right.
Oh, there's a lot of people here. We gotta be kind of careful.
Yeah, there's the BZ as well over here with us.
Yeah,
And 2 Progettos, which is kind of upsetting.
I'm not worried about the Progettos. They're not gonna be able to deal anything with me.
The Boras missed his first shell against the back chat, and now the ELC is behind it.
Oh, this Lorraine really wants me. He's hit me twice so far. Heaven knows why, but... I think if I had to
Not
guess,
penning that.
he's just trying to hit the BZ and me, and he keeps missing and just hitting me. Because it's happened multiple times. What's the MOE mod pack? I don't exactly remember. I would have to look it up. It's not Marks of Excellence Extended, because that was the one I used before. But I actually prefer this one now. Or it turns slightly too fast. What's the caliber? Is it 120? 105.
I've got 15 seconds left on my reload, so give me a second. I'll be ready to push with you.
All right. Trying to mark my AMX and S-Conk. Best of luck with that advice. Oh, this lane really well. Back there. You know, there's a lot of people that complain. AMX is 50% right now, I think. I'm close. Oh, you meant just one mark, right? I thought you meant 3 mark. Yeah, climbing. Oh, I know it's hard. Yeah, those are both really good tanks. So even 1 mark on them is actually pretty hard to get.
I don't feel like this EOC even 90's in the greatest spot, but I looked at the top and I was like, oh, hey, never mind. We're at 1 tank left.
Yeah.
I was hoping I hit him. That wasn't too bad. I did 1,500 damage and 1,100 blocked.
I only got 800 blocked, but I got 2,500. Not great, not terrible. Accept it. Although I will say it was really annoying to have that Artie just going haywire on me. GG, man. I was the AMBT on your team. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. I don't know how to say that. Going to attempt to butcher it. It's like Yaguai from
Fallout.
Fallout, yeah. That's Gao. Gao. I'm butchering it. I know, but I do appreciate it. Sergeant SYG. It's my loader. It is the loader. All right, you're gonna get reset. Well, now that intuition's actually like a good skill, everything's getting intuition instead of all the stupid shit. I think I'd save storage on it.
Makes sense.
Because before they buffed intuition, safe stowage was the better option. It was not like it was a hugely better option, but it definitely was better.
You were saying that so should I go for the STB one? Do you think it's a good idea? Because I have enough experience to get to the STA one. I have enough to get to the tier 8.
I mean, I like the STV. It's one of the highest skill ceiling tier 10s in the game. It has a DPM of like 4,000.
It is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a solid tank. I really do enjoy it. Here, give me a second. Let me check what mine is at. Mine is at 4180
Sheesh.
with AP.
Yeah,
Oh.
so that's really good.
Yeah, although I will say it's a little bit unrealistic because I have full bond on it. But I think even in its pre-equipment 2.0 bond stuff too. So I don't know if it's still the way you run it, but I'm sure it doesn't really hurt it running like that.
Right.
I think that's the only thing I don't like about equipment 2.0 is that I have so many tanks that are already set up and they were like meta before, and now I have to go back and get rid of a bunch of shit. And what am I supposed to do with all these bond vents? I have like 4 or 5 of them now that I just have nothing to do.
And it's not like you can sell them either.
I mean, I'm not going to sell them. If I could return them for like 4,000 bonds instead of 5,000 you pay for it, I would take it. But I don't know. It's just kind of a unfortunate outcome, yes, because vents just aren't that useful anymore.
Well, it does still boost your crew skill, so that always is helpful. At least to me, being a free-to-play player, essentially, you know?
Yeah. Well, the reason I say they're not that useful is that usually instead of vents, people will be running turbo or HP or some other thing that, like the aiming unit or anything else, basically. There's
Right.
just better options nowadays, which is funny because if you'd told me that I would be saying that, I don't know, when Equipment 2.0 first came out, I would have told you you're an idiot, because at that time I was very against like turbo and HP. I thought they were all gimmicks and they just stupid. Like, who cares?
You
if
didn't
you're...
think they'd actually do what they said they'd do.
Well, no, it's just like I didn't think it mattered that much. Oh, it's like, oh, you go 2 kilometers an hour faster. It's like, oh, cool. Man, that's really good, you know. Except for it fucks up my aiming now, and it's... Oh, doesn't matter. Equipment 2.0 stuff is usually worth it. I mean, not all of it.
And there's a Skoda T56 across the way, so I can't side scrape right where I was, but I can back up and do this.
There is a TS5 firing heat rounds, 340 pen heat rounds. And he is out in the open, and I can't see him. Not entirely sure how that works, but he somehow managed to be literally invisible as a TS5.
Oof. That's the engine out. Let me repair that and back up a little bit more. And if that AMBT pops out again, hopefully I can hit him for the amount I want.
Be kind of careful right there, because right now we're not actually doing super hot.
Yeah, I see it.
Gotta be kind of careful as well. I wasn't thinking about this, but there's a bunch of people right there. AMBT got me.
That Skoda's taking out people over here across the way, so we can't really get across. And that TS5 is holding across that one area, so we really can't look across without getting blasted.
Yep, I know. Trying to work on it, but I also drove right out in front of a bunch of people because I wasn't thinking.
He's gonna feel that one tomorrow.
All right, time to start actually getting damage now.
Track hit.
8 arty though.
Ah, I don't like that.
Yeah. Nice shot though.
Oh, I just got double smacked. I did not like it. And that AMBT finishes me off. I tracked the ONE to stop him from pushing over forward more, but because of that, the T29 and the AMBT took that opportunity to both smack me really hard. But that AMBT is a one tap, basically. Well, at least it was for me. For you, it may take 2 shells if you
It
low
is gonna
roll.
take 2 shells because my average roll is 400.
Oh, okay. So then you would need the high roll and you can kill him, because I think he's at like 419 currently.
Sucks. Can just overmatch.
We're helping them
Also
with
really-
walking missions. Not good. Next time,
Fucking
shoot
kidding me?
soft spot. He's not going anywhere. Let's find another target.
That was a good hit, but
Adapt.
Wow, I'm playing really poorly. Only 800 damage that game. Like 2,000 less than what I was going for. Although I hit him, what, 3 times, 2 times, and they just bounced.
I want to say you hit him a total of 4, and you had 3 bounce. No, yeah, you had 2 bounces, a track, and then you hit him that last time for the 500.
All right, it was 430, I think. Kind of unlucky, honestly. Like,
I just think
the
that
gun
that
just didn't
Skoda
decide.
256 is strong.
It is, but like I was hitting his lower plate in the side of the tank at an angle that it shouldn't have really bounced at. I just got unlucky. RNG just decided I didn't want to bend, and so I didn't.
They have 2 BZs 176s on their team.
One of them's a really good player. The other one is a average player, but I mean it's still a scary tank. So.
Because I feel like that tank is one of those tanks, like you were saying earlier, where it's kind of just like, hey, I can just point and click and then things will happen.
I mean, I've hit shit on the move in it, so it definitely is just you can point and click and then things just happen. Just a heads up. I don't know if you have this commander, but if you ever have the opportunity to get Chuck Norris as a commander, don't.
Don't?
Yeah, he is so obnoxious. He talks so much.
But it's Chuck Norris. Nobody beats Chuck Norris.
His voice lines are terrible, though. Like, actually terrible.
I'm not gonna try to fight that. That Iron Arnie has decent armor on that hull, or on the turret, I mean.
On everything.
And he's in a pretty solid spot.
And he's got 300 heat pen. He's not using it, though. He's only using 8. That's a good shot. I hit him for 432, which is gonna... Wow, our Ice-3 went super aggressive on him, though. I lost money last game.
Yeesh. Look at that, dude. That's ridiculous.
Where'd he hit you? Lower plate?
No, he hit me in the turret. Yeah, he hit me right above the gun mantlet.
Yeah, so what he did is he overmatched the... Which I didn't know you could do in a BZ versus a 703, but... That's an interesting footnote, I guess. I wouldn't keep poking there. Gonna get pinned again.
Right. I was kind of hoping he'd waste his shot and fire.
AP can't...
Yeah, he fired an AP round. He fired an AP round.
Because I was gonna say, if it's HE, he can't overmatch with HE. Was that AP? Because that was a huge damage roll.
That was an AP round. I got 1 AP round, and he did critical damage to my commander and killed him. Fucking hate artillery. See, the only thing about artillery that I like, and that I'm happy it's still in the game, is it forces the heavy tanks to not be able to sit in spots where they would just be overpowered.
I mean, they still
right now, our SU not being able to hit, or not shooting that the 176 is kind of upsetting, but, you know.
I mean, he can't see him, so he's not going to try and shoot him either.
Right. I don't want to peek it, but I know where he was. Okay. I'm going to have to move, because I don't want to get hit again by that, because if he hits me again for that much, I will die.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
And it looks like the other BZ is on the other side of the map, so it's just him over here.
And a KV-5 and a bunch of other heavies, but...
Right. Ooh, I saw that one. Who actually dealt damage to you, the KV-5 or the BZ?
KV. Can't believe he's able to end those shots on me, but yeah. This tank is really rough to play nowadays.
I really want to try to go through the center and try to come up over there, but I don't want to risk getting spotted by like 12 different tanks out here. I need this Iron Army to push.
BZ spotted over there?
Yeah, I see him. He didn't fire at me, luckily, but I know where he was. Dude, that Iron Arnie is at no hit points, and I can't do any damage to it for what he is. I didn't pen the armor. I went for the lower plate near the track and I didn't even pen it. I have to back off right there.
Yeah.
Oh, the BZ's coming around this corner over here with me.
Yep, I see him.
Oh, but I think he got distracted by the Borask.
The Iron Arnie is also looks like he's in the spot where he's pushing.
Did not pen. Iron Arnie did die though, so AT-15. Good hit. He just wasted his shell.
Yellow him. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna die. Oh, you're
No
lucky.
pen again. I might die right here. But maybe I can just. Oh, I survive. I survive a Hesh shell or an AP.
I'm trying to put shots in the AT-15. Can you kill him or not?
I just. Oh god, I'm not gonna be able to kill it.
Sucks.
Oh, god damn. No damage done. That thing is so ridiculous. I just hit it so many times in spots it should have penned and nothing happened.
Where'd you hit it?
So I hit one shell into the side armor and the tracks ate all the damage. I hit it in the side of the turret and it ricocheted. He lowered his gun so you can see the open area. And that area you can easily pen and overmatch sometimes. So I shot at that and it just bounced. Like I aimed for weak points and it was not having it.
Dead right here. Son of a bitch. Threw my fucking tank away.
I
Man.
don't think that pistol is worth it.
Eh,
Like sometimes it is, sometimes it has its moments, but other than that, like I feel like it's sometimes just a huge waste.
Yeah, it's making me more frustrated to play than I thought I was gonna get. But I've been playing it not really because I wanted to play it, but because it I had a bad game in it right at the start, and I wanted to fix the average in it. But like 1600 average damage over like 4 games now is terrible. 3 games. Even my 1500 in this is awful. By my standards, for me. I don't hold people to my standards because the whole point is that you get better compared to yourself, not compared to other people. You know?
Yeah, I would agree with that on some points, but I still feel like you need to have that that competition in a sense of going, okay, what can I do better? What did this person do that I could have done too that would have been a smart play?
Yeah, but you can't be like everybody who does less than 3,000 damage in a tier 8 is a shitter. That's not a good way to look at it. My goal is to do 3,000 damage per game into tier 8, and I currently am not doing that in any of them. It wasn't even that long ago where my goal was to do 3,000 damage a game in the tier 9. My goal was 2,000 in tier 8. But that's how I try and get better at a game, or at least this game. Constantly do more damage every game. Asante, though, the gun is just awful. Feels bad to shoot.
Dang, they've already got 2 people over in the middle.
Yeah.
I almost hit that Borask. I was not paying attention to where he was. I thought he was behind cover. I still hit him though for 530. He did not like that, I guarantee it. I almost want to fire high explosives, but at the same time, I know it's not gonna do great. Like, there's always that off chance that you still low roll and you don't pin.
I don't like using HE, especially nowadays.
Got a double critical on that Cobra. And that Cobra is dead, so.
Our E5 kind of threw his tank away.
Unlucky RNG.
I really want this 777 and the CS59 to push up, but they're kind of sitting back because they don't want to go forward. Because they know we have this gun line here. We have a Yudez and a Charmil trying to push over to where their tank destroyer area is, but they haven't gotten any spots yet, so it's not doing the greatest over here.
That should have penetrated.
Our E5 is gonna die. I don't think I can do anything.
Next time, shoot soft fire. Aim well. Now aim better. Mighty track protection.
Yeah, our E5's dead. Actually, nothing I could do about it. Gonna take 1,000 damage hit here, I guarantee it. Lucky.
Oh, I saw it. I'm looking at the stream. Just barely escapes. It looks like we cleared out the south though, so the south side is coming around to you. It's just gonna take him a second to swing all the way around.
You get pen and lower play it.
The gunner's injured. We might hit something now.
You fucking.
He's gonna feel that one tomorrow. Penetration.
I need to move positions to try to get my spot.
Shots.
I'm starting to get really frustrated. I'm almost about ready to just end stream. 1,200 damage a game is just not enough for me.
That Scorpion really? No, I was gonna say there's no shot that he actually pushes that. But the 777 looks like nope, he's not doing it.
I am gonna end stream. Have a good one, man.
All right, dude.